Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as Two Little Kits. Welcome to my FlossTube. I have lots of works in progress to share. I even have a finished piece that I'm going to share as a video, unfortunately. But there's lots of things to show off this fortnight, so let's get started. Trying to do better with eating lunch and having a good lunch. Trying is the key word there. So what should we start with this fortnight? Let's just dive right into works in progress because it's taking up a lot of space on my desk and I would like to have some space left on my desk because this is making me anxious. So what have we got first? Let's do a boring one first. First, I just have a blank piece of fabric and a whole bunch of floss. I took a video of me organizing all of these as an Instagram reel because I just wanted to, I guess. I didn't have a good reason to, but this is all for the new stitch along that I am joining by Lola Cross Stitch. She is the artist who did the Haunted Library stitch along that I still haven't finished, which I should have been able to share some progress, I think, last week. It wasn't a lot if I didn't. It probably would have been this week, but I don't have it with me. So whatever, I'll share it next fortnight. So this is called Greenhouse Oddities, and this is 18 count, and I was very adamant that I was going to make sure that it was on 18 count this time because I really like 18 count, especially for big pieces. So that is happening. I need to grid my fabric and then I can get started, basically. I need to pick out a needle minder too. That's very important. So that one I'm looking forward to, the frame work, because she does like a big, frame, I guess, sort of like a base in a way, where you've got 6 weeks to work on it. So I will endeavor to get that ready for part 1 to be released. I'm not confident that I'll be ready by the time part 1 is released, but that's okay. So there's that one, which, like I said, is boring to look at right now. Then the next stitch along that I'm working on is Farming Magic. I haven't done a lot on this, and you'll understand why in a minute, but I've done two of the purples, and I'm working on black, as you can see with my floss. But this is part 4 that we're up to now. Oh, this is hard to hold. But basically it's this big strip right in the middle. So we did part 1, part 2, part 3, and now part 4 is this like long skinny bit with this really big tree that looks really sort of out of place with the whole part, but that's okay. The length of it, the length of part 4, means that I'm not really able to continue working in my Q-snap, which kind of sucks. So I am working on this in hand, as I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but that's what I've been calling it. So where you would stitch just with the fabric all floppy and loose. So I call that stitching in hand. Normally I work in an embroidery hoop, or for bigger pieces I work in a Q-snap. So there's that one, and like I said, I haven't done a lot on that because right now it's the 16th of April, so I'm already more than halfway through the month, and I've had access to this for 2 weeks now. So the reason that I haven't done a lot is because I've been working on other things. The next work in progress I have is this family portrait, which I cannot remember where this was at last FlossTube. I think it was just the pattern itself. But as you can see, I've done quite a lot on it. I'm currently working on the wording at the bottom. And there's still a couple of little detail bits to go, like the dog and the dress and the top. There's still more little tiny stitches to kind of add to it. And obviously hair, because they're not all bald. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm aiming to have this one out the door before next FlossTube. My aim is, I think, the 24th of April. I think that's right. Yeah, this is, if you don't know, this is from a silent auction that I donated a portrait to. And yeah, this was the winner. And the photo she sent me of her family, I was like, oh my God, matching outfits. I haven't had matching outfits in such a long time. So I was very excited. But yeah, it's looking good. That one's exciting. That one's coming along. It's looking good. I'm very pleased with how the dress and the top have come out. And I've got my little Wednesday Addams needle minder on this one. I think I might actually have to move this needle minder on this one because I'm taking this one with me to my daughter's martial arts a lot. And I know I'm paranoid of losing it. I don't want to lose it. And if I do lose it, I want to lose it at home so that I know I'll find it. Anyway, so there's that one. And the next is a group, which is the thumbnail of this, which is all of these. These are teacher gifts, as you may or may not be able to tell. Oh no, here we go. The needle minder went AWOL, but it didn't go very far. So we've got 7 of these, and they're not very far along. That's okay though, but I'll quickly share them. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Most of these are just going to look the same. 4, 5, 6, and 7 that I'm working on. As you can tell, I'm still doing skin. I did stop. There is one, if you were paying attention, there is one that has a top and the start of headphones, this one. That's because I ran out of skin colors. Like, I ran out of floss, and I had momentum and I had time, so I'm just like, okay, next color, and I just kept going. So I've got the floss I've got 2 of the 3 flosses that I was missing, and I am able to keep going. As you can see, I'm currently working on the head of this one, which is skin color, obviously. So as usual, and if you don't know, my oldest daughter, I have 2 daughters. My oldest daughter is special needs. That's why she's wearing headphones in this one, because she has auditory sensory issues. She, well, I was about to go on with something, but I lost what I was going to say. Anyway, the reason that there are so many and I only have 2 daughters is because my oldest daughter, who is special needs, has not only her regular teacher, which is her specialty class teacher. She also has a grade 3 teacher, and she has 3 para-educators, which are like a teacher's assistant who went to college, basically. And she also has her speech therapist. So 6 of the 7 are actually for her to give out. But that's okay. So this is normal for me to make a lot this time of year. I did intend on starting these a bit earlier. I meant to start them in March, kind of like I did last year. So this is my active project right now, and that's why everything else has kind of not had a lot done on it. I was working on this one before I finally got photos of everybody to do the teacher gifts. So little bit of pressure. That's okay. I'll get there. So that is all of my works in progress. Technically that is 10 works in progress that are sort of active and happening right now. As I've mentioned, I've got works in progress coming out the wazoo that I don't count as a work in progress because I have it on hold, or it's in timeout, or I just haven't touched it in over a year or something. So I don't count those as proper works in progress. So yeah, that's a lot. That's okay. So as I mentioned at the start, I do have one finished piece that has been sent out already, but I do have a video of it that I'm overlaying right now, and it was actually a piece that I got to hand off in person, which is very cool because I don't get to do that very often. Yeah, hopefully the recipient, because it was a gift to be given, hopefully the recipient loves it. she loved it when she saw it. She opened it up and yeah, yay! That's awesome. As always, if you would like to commission a Stitch People portrait, you are more than welcome to. I have my new website now where you can order it through there, and if you have any issues or any questions with the ordering process, just let me know. The next thing that I'd like to move on to is actually kind of catching up on things that I forgot to talk about last FlossTube. So the latest pattern that I have released is called Old Days. Where is it? I've lost it. Okay, I found it. I had it hanging up already. So this is the piece. It's a quote from the TV show The Office, and I just thought it was a really nice quote. This one is designed to be stitched on 18 count. I wonder why. Maybe because I really like 18 count right now. But you can do it on 14 count. You just need a 7-inch hoop. But I think it's very cute and a good, I don't know, thing to think about, I guess. Yeah, it was nice. I did this, I was going to give this to one of my test stitchers to do, but at the time I wanted to just pick up something completely different from what I was working on. So I decided to do this one. You can get this on my website now if you would like. And obviously if you want, you can change all the colors. I probably could actually update the PDF and recommend other color, like flower color alternatives, but I've got lots to do. Like right now, I'm gonna just quickly tidy up all this. Okay, I was hoping that that would make it feel like it's a bit neater here, but it didn't. Oh well. The other thing that I released that I didn't talk about, and I really haven't mentioned anywhere really, now that I think about it, is I do have new merch. I don't have a sample of it with me just yet. I'm gonna order that and the next design that I'm working on as a sample package soon, hopefully. But it's a new, I'll move over here, and it's a new design called Embroidery Love. You can get it on a t-shirt, you can get a mug, and you can get stickers, which are new to my store. I have a couple of sticker designs coming as well that are like a little series of 3 stickers that you'll be able to get, which I'm excited about, which will be cool. But yeah, this is already available on my website. There's been 2 people that have actually ordered a top already, and so that's pretty cool because I haven't, like I said, really talked about it that much. But yeah, so I thought it was a really cute little design, and I sort of whipped it up pretty quick and was happy with it straight away, which is sort of unlike me. So yeah, you can get that on my site. I haven't been able to really work on new patterns that are coming up because of all the works in progress that I have that really are time sensitive. But I do have so many ideas. I do have more pattern ideas that are similar to my adulting patterns that I released recently. So that includes the take meds, move laundry, and drink water patterns. I've got a couple of more 3-word adulting helpful things. I just need to think of different flowers basically and figure out how to design them as a cross stitch. So that'll be cool. I like that they're becoming a series, and I'll be integrating that. Thanks, phone. I'll be integrating that into my website as like a collection that then you'll be able to hopefully, ideally, get as a bundle where if you get more than 2 of them, it'll give you like a discount on them. So hopefully that makes sense. I do have this one pattern that I've had that I just need to make a couple of color changes to, that is about cats. And I don't know what it is. I just can't bring myself to sit down with my color chart and fix the colors so that I can then stitch it, because this is one that I definitely want to stitch to make sure that it works out, because this is sort of a different it'll be more of a intermediate to advanced pattern design. So it'll be a little bit trickier, and it's not something that I've done before, so I want to make sure that it would work. Otherwise I would have completed it probably and given it to one of my test stitches and it'll be on my website already. But no, I give myself a lot of stuff to do. If there's any patterns of mine that you like the style of and just the concept and idea of, let me know in the comments. I would love to know what kinds of patterns of mine are ideal to you. So yeah, I'm always open to hearing feedback and even constructive criticism. I may be like behind my phone, but I won't be like shut up or something. Anyway, I had something that I wanted to talk about and I've lost it, but that's okay. Let's move on to IRL. It's been spring break for my kids this past week. So the first week of this fortnight they were at school, but yeah, this past week they had spring break, and it has actually gone pretty quick, but each day I've just been like wanting to work on my own stuff and do something productive. But obviously I'm not really able to because they're 6 and 8 and all they want to do is play with me, which is awesome, and we've been playing. But then I'm like, okay, Mum needs time to herself to do something, and then I find myself during that time playing this stupid game on my phone that I keep playing instead of doing something productive. And then as soon as I realize, which is, like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I need to do some stitching. And then they're like, oh, let's play. And I'm like, but it's only been 20 minutes. But no, it's been good. We've been to the kids museum. Today we just went to Starbucks as a family, which was nice. It was quick, but it was nice. What else did we do? We were going to go clothes shopping. This clothes shopping thing has been a whole fiasco. Keep trying to take my girls clothes shopping because they're both grown out of everything and summer is coming. Not that you could really tell in Washington today. And stuff comes up. Either they're closed because it's Easter, or I realize that I have an appointment, or I promised that we would go to the kids museum. Yeah, so we were going to do that. We were going to do some planting outside, planting some bulbs in the garden, and my kids only lasted about 15 minutes before they saw a worm and a wasp and a spider, and then they were like, no, we're done. And there's the heater. Thanks for that heater. So in the end, I was the only one that did the gardening. And if you don't know me, except obviously my mum does know me, so she'll probably laugh at this, I don't like gardening. I have such a black thumb. It is just not funny, but I did it, and hopefully next year it will be worth it. My oldest is very cute. She keeps looking out in the backyard and seeing if there's any flowers already, which I think is adorable. And I keep explaining to her, not yet, it'll be a long time, but they'll happen. We had Easter, so we're not religious, but we do the Easter bunny and chocolate and stuff like that. And so on Sunday last week, my kids woke up very early, and my youngest, well, we had to wake up my oldest, but my youngest ran downstairs, saw the Easter baskets, already found 2 hidden eggs, but left them there, thankfully. Came back upstairs and was like, the Easter bunny came, And so it was kind of funny watching my kids get hopped up on sugar as it happened. I hadn't really, I guess, paid attention enough or allowed them to do that in the past, because I actually got to watch them go crazy on sugar, so that was funny. So the other thing that happened this past fortnight, but it was only 2 days ago technically, was I sneakily went to my local craft store, the little hole in the wall one that I know of, that's in the sort of the town over from where I live, after an appointment that I had, because I wanted to grab the little floss baggies that I showed before, as well as just enjoy not being a parent for 5 minutes. And I heard behind me, is that Kate? Or are you Kate? Or something like along those lines. And I turned around, it's my awesome test stitcher, Jessica. I was just like, oh my gosh. I was my usual awkward self, but managed to not stick my foot in my mouth, which I'm calling that a win. But it was so cool to see someone from the internet that I've known for quite a while now, over a year now, I'm pretty sure. Over 2 years, sorry, is what I mean. And yeah, so if you see me out and about and you recognize me, let me know. I'll be super awkward. It'll probably be hilarious, but I'm happy to say hey and have a picture taken, because that's what I did with Jessica. Hopefully when you see me, I'm not like what happened on Friday, where I'm literally supposed to be somewhere else and I had just like mentally ticked over, I really should go, I should not spend any more extra money. And yeah, so we only got to say hey for like 5 minutes, but yeah, it was still cool. So that happened. There isn't really much else that happened that I can share, to be honest. There's a bunch that I'm planning. I always have high hopes and expectations for the week after a break from school, when my girls go back to school. So I've got all of the teacher gifts that I need to do, but plus I want to do some embroidery videos. The 10 that I did, I want to expand on those and do extra stitches. I want to do some designing for new patterns and new merch, and just, yeah, lots of stuff. So I keep myself busy. And I also try to keep the house tidy. But on that note, I'm going to leave it there, and thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment below and like and subscribe and all those awesome things. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye.